Hello everyone. Welcome back. This channel is about learning English, but we don't learn with boring lessons. We learn through stories. Today we begin a new story. It is a special series. This story is about a man who changed music forever. His name is Michael Jackson. This series tells his life story. It starts with a small boy and a big dream. It ends with a legend known by the whole world. Stay with us. Every part is important. Michael Jackson's full name was Michael Joseph Jackson. He was born on August 29, 1958. He was born in a small, quiet town. The town was Gary, Indiana, in the USA. Michael grew up in a very large family. There were 9 children in the house. He was the 8th child. His father was Joe Jackson. His mother was Catherine Jackson. Joe worked long hours in a steel factory. The job was hard and tiring. After work, he played the guitar. Catherine brought music into the home. She sang while doing daily work. She played the piano with love. Music filled the house every day. From early childhood, Michael felt music inside him. He moved when he heard sound. He danced before he understood why. His father wanted success for his children. He believed practice was the only way, so the children practiced again and again. Joe was very strict. Sometimes his rules were heavy. Sometimes his words were sharp. This life was not easy for Michael, but it shaped him. It made him focused. It made him strong. It made him dream bigger. This was the beginning of a journey that would change the world. When Michael was only 6 years old, something special became clear. His father, Joe, started to notice it. Michael was not just good, he was different. He could sing very well. He could dance naturally. His body moved with the music. At that time, Joe already had a band. The band was with Michael's older brothers. It was called the Jackson Brothers. But when Joe watched Michael perform, he made a big decision. Michael was the youngest child, but Joe chose him as the lead singer. In 1964, the group changed its name. They became the Jackson 5. Michael stood at the front of the stage. His voice was strong and clear. His smile was bright. Even as a small boy, he owned the stage. People watched him and asked, "How can a child do this?" He sang with feeling. He danced with power. He entertained with joy. The Jackson 5 started small. They performed in clubs. They joined talent shows. They practiced every day, sometimes for many hours. There were no days off. They traveled around Indiana and Illinois. Each show made them better. Each show made them braver. Slowly, people began to talk. Music producers started to notice. Then came a life-changing moment. In 1968, the Jackson 5 had an audition. They performed for Berry Gordy. He was the boss of Motown Records. Motown was famous. It created stars. Berry Gordy watched carefully. He felt the energy. He saw Michael. He was impressed, very impressed. Soon after, the Jackson 5 signed with Motown. Nothing was the same again. In 1969, they recorded their first song. Its name was I Want You Back. The song came out, and then, boom, it reached #1. Soon after, the Jackson 5 signed with Motown. Nothing was the same again. In 1969, they recorded their first song. Its name was I Want You Back.
The song came out, and then, boom, it reached #1. But many eyes were on Michael, his voice, his energy, his charm. He stole the show. But fame was not easy. Michael worked all the time. Shows, recording, travel.
He did not have a normal childhood, no regular school, no playing outside with friends. Most days were about work. There was also pressure, a lot of pressure. Joe wanted perfection. He wanted success to continue. He pushed his children hard. Michael became very serious, even though he was still a child. Sometimes he felt lonely. His life was very different from other kids. Still, inside his heart, Michael had bigger dreams. He loved the Jackson 5, but he wanted more. He listened to great artists, like James Brown, like Stevie Wonder. They inspired him. They showed him what was possible. Even as a young boy, Michael was already dreaming of something greater. And this dream was only just beginning. When Michael became a teenager, his thoughts began to change. He still loved his family group, but something new was growing inside him. He wanted to sing his own songs, songs with his own feelings, songs with his own ideas. But it was not an easy thought. The Jackson 5 were very famous. Leaving the group felt scary. Still, Michael felt restless. His heart wanted more. In 1971, when Michael was only 13 years old, he took a brave step. He released his first solo song. Its name was Got to Be There. This song was special. It was not a group song. It was only Michael. People listened. People noticed. They saw something new. Michael was not just the young boy in the group. He was becoming a solo artist. Years later, a big moment arrived. In 1979, Michael released an album called Off the Wall. This album changed everything. The sound was fresh. It mixed pop, disco, and funk. People loved it. Songs like Don't Stop Till You Get Enough and Rock With You became huge hits. They reached the top of the charts. Michael's name was everywhere. This album also brought a new partnership. Michael met Quincy Jones, a producer with great vision. Together, they created magic. But Michael was not done. Success was not enough. He wanted to go further. He wanted to break limits. He wanted to change music forever. In 1982, he released an album called Thriller. This album changed the world. Thriller made Michael a global star. People everywhere knew his name. It became the best-selling album in history. Songs like Billie Jean, Beat It, and Thriller were everywhere. But it was not just the music. The Thriller video was something new. It was not a normal music video. It felt like a short movie. There were special effects. There was makeup. There was storytelling. And there was dancing. The zombie dance became famous. People all over the world copied it. Then came another unforgettable moment. In 1983, Michael walked onto the stage. Music played, lights shined, and then he did it. He performed the moonwalk. The world stopped and watched. Nothing was ever the same again. He performed the song Billie Jean on a TV show called Motown 25, Yesterday, Today, Forever. The music played. The lights were bright. Then Michael moved. He slid backward while walking forward. People could not believe their eyes.
This move was later called the moonwalk. The audience was shocked. They stood up. They screamed. From that night on, the moonwalk became part of Michael's legend. This was also when Michael's style became clear. He dressed in a way no one had seen before. One white glove, shiny jackets, white socks, black shoes, a fedora hat. His clothes spoke as loudly as his music. Fans around the world copied his look. They wanted to dress like Michael. They wanted to move like him. As his fame grew, people started talking about his appearance. They noticed changes.
Michael had a medical condition. It was called vitiligo. This condition caused his skin to lose color in some areas. Because of this, his skin tone looked different over time. Many rumors started. Some people misunderstood him. To manage vitiligo, Michael used makeup to make his skin tone look even. Sometimes this made him look lighter. Michael was also very sensitive about his face. He had cosmetic surgeries, including work on his nose. The media talked about his looks constantly. They judged him harshly. Michael often felt hurt. He felt misunderstood. He felt alone. While the world watched him, his personal life stayed quiet. During the 1980s and 1990s, Michael formed close friendships. He was very close to Elizabeth Taylor. He admired Diana Ross. He spent time with Brooke Shields. He dated sometimes, but he kept his love life private. In 1994, Michael surprised everyone. He married Lisa Marie Presley. She was the daughter of Elvis Presley. The world talked non-stop. People were curious. The media followed them everywhere. But the marriage did not last. They divorced in 1996. 1 year later, Michael married again. In 1997, he married Debbie Rowe. She worked as a nurse. Together, they had 2 children. A son named Michael Joseph Jackson, Jr. People called him Prince. And a daughter named Paris. Becoming a father changed Michael. He was very happy. He loved his children deeply. The marriage ended in 1999, but Michael kept custody of the children. In 2002, Michael became a father again. He had a 3rd child. His name was Prince Michael Jackson II. People called him Blanket. This child was born through a surrogate mother. Michael was very protective of his children. He tried to give them a normal life. He wanted to keep them away from cameras, but the media never stopped. In the 2000s, Michael faced his hardest years. He was accused of serious things. The news spread fast. The pressure was heavy. There was a long court case. It lasted many months. Michael was tired. He was stressed. In 2005, the trial ended. Michael was found not guilty on all charges, but the damage was already done. The media stories hurt him deeply. This period changed him forever. And still, his story was not over. As time passed, Michael's mental health became fragile. He felt hurt. He felt betrayed. Too many stories were told about him. Too many lies were written. Slowly, Michael pulled back. He chose silence. He chose distance. He stayed away from the public eye. But one thing never left him: his love for music. Even in hard times, music was his safe place. In 2009, Michael made a big announcement. He was coming back. The tour was called This Is It. It was planned as 50 concerts in London. Fans were excited. The world was ready. Michael trained every day. He rehearsed for months. He wanted the show to be perfect. He wanted it to be unforgettable. But Michael Jackson was not only a singer and a dancer. There was another side of him, a quieter side. Michael cared deeply about people, especially children. During his life, he donated hundreds of millions of dollars to charities around the world. He helped sick children, poor families, people hurt by war and hunger. He supported hospitals, orphanages, organizations that helped children with cancer and AIDS. Many times, he helped without cameras, without interviews, without headlines. Michael also used his music to speak about the world. He sang about pain, about injustice, about the earth. Songs like Heal the World, Man in the Mirror, and Earth Song were messages. They asked people to care more, to change themselves, to protect the planet. Long before it was popular, Michael was talking about the environment and human responsibility. He also spent time with sick children. He visited hospitals. He talked to them. He made them laugh. For a moment, he helped them forget their pain. Michael created Neverland as a place of joy, a place with rides, games, music. He wanted children to feel happy and safe there. On June 25, 2009, shocking news spread around the world. Michael Jackson had died. He was 50 years old. He suffered a cardiac arrest at his home in Los Angeles. Later, doctors found the cause. It was an overdose of a strong medicine, a sedative given by his doctor. The world stopped. Fans cried. Friends were heartbroken. Family was devastated. No one could believe it. The king of pop was gone. Millions of people mourned him. Tributes came from every country, every culture, every generation. On July 7, 2009, a memorial service was held. It took place at the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Celebrities came, friends came, family stood together. Then a small voice spoke. Michael's daughter, Paris, stood on the stage. She said with tears, "My daddy was the best father you could ever imagine." The world cried with her. Even after his death, Michael's influence never faded. His songs are still played. His dances are still copied. His style still inspires. Michael also changed the music industry. Before him, music videos were simple. Michael turned them into short films. He raised the level of performance, dance, storytelling. He opened doors for many artists after him. People from different countries, different cultures, and different generations felt inspired by him. Michael's life was not easy. It was full of highs and lows, love and loneliness, light and darkness. But through everything, he stayed loyal to his art. Michael Jackson was not just an entertainer. He was a creator, a dreamer, a visionary. He changed what music could be. He changed what dance could be. His story reminds us of something important. Even the brightest stars can walk through darkness, but their light never truly disappears. Michael Jackson will always be remembered as the king of pop, not just for his fame, but for the mark he left on the hearts of people all around the world. Thank you for staying with us until the end of this story. Michael Jackson's journey was full of light and shadow, but his legacy lives on. If you enjoyed this story, please like the video. It really helps the channel. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next stories. We share English through simple and meaningful stories. You can also watch our other videos on the channel. There are many more stories waiting for you. Please leave a comment below. Tell us what you think, or tell us which story you want to hear next. Your support means a lot to us. Thank you for watching. Take care, and see you in the next video.